Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am so glad you're here. Today I'm going to share with you my 4 cards that I created just from the scraps. So let's get started. Oh my, I know we all have so many scraps, and I took out my 4 scraps from the past years and I thought it's time to put them to good use. I have 12 plus projects with you to share today. Even what can you do with these white strips? If you make your own card blanks, you probably have those. I'll show you what I did with them. But before I start, I just wanted to thank you so much. Last weekend was such a success. My mystery boxes sold out within a day and a half. So thank you so much for your trust. I got the wonderful feedback. And if you did go over to my website and it said sold out and you were disappointed, I created just a handful more boxes. After this is it. But if you didn't get one last week, I have a few more now on my website, and I'm going to put the I'm going to link the video and also the link to the boxes below. Not many, but they will be just as jam-packed as the other ones. So just in case you were not able to get one from last week. And again, thank you so much for your wonderful and kind feedback about these mystery packs full of gorgeous hunky-dory Kanban, Kunstmarkt Germany, and some other European companies, mostly from Holland, England, and Germany. So thank you so much. And again, if you're interested, right now they are available. So now let's get started. So I'm starting off with some slimline cards. These are these mid-size slimline cards, the blanks and envelopes I have in my shop now. There are 8 by 4 inches. So just as a comparison, this would be a regular slimline card envelope. So these would be a little narrower and much longer. So I like this size better than this size. It just is more eye-pleasing for me. And if you're interested, I have them in my shop. But so this is the card blank. And I use these strips of white cardstock that I have quite a few when I make my own card blanks. And I added them to my cards, and you can see they're not even exactly the same width. It's just I used what I had, and all I did is, because it is cardstock, you can see how it's already bringing in dimension to the card, but I just put white on white. And then what I have done is just use some scraps. So I had this purple piece of scrap here, and then I added a few pieces, and this is my card. I finished it off with a little bit of bling, and here we go. Now, if you are interested in these pretty ephemera pieces, there are still a few available. Now, this summer I introduced the bundle packs, and I still have a few of those. This is the Spice collection by 49 and Market, and it comes with the paper or cardstock, I should say, 6x8 cardstock. It has the beautiful die cut leaves and die cut flowers. And just to show you how gorgeous they are, and all you have to do is push them out. The paper pack, I'm not going to do a flip through right now, but you can see it's absolutely gorgeous. And what I have done here is use just a few pieces that I had left over for this card. So then I thought, okay, I use these. What else can I do with these strips? And here's what I came up with. So same thing here. This is the same card blank. Now, instead of adding small strips, I just added bigger strips. So I had a bigger strip and a smaller strip, and now I have this pyramid effect on my card, again white on white. And now my 2 pieces of scraps, and these are actually they come from the branding. Those are the branding strips on some of the papers that you buy in a store. I keep everything, obviously. And yeah, so I have 2 of them. And then I just added the ephemera the way I found it. Just a leaf down here and then a few ephemera pieces from this beautiful spice pack. And when you get it, first of all, it is a bundle pack. But I just want to show you how gorgeous this is. So this is how it comes. But when you open it up, you have all these die cuts. And they are so beautifully die cut. And even big ones. I mean, look at this. How gorgeous is this? That you can see they fall out. They're so well die cut. They just fall out. You don't even have to do a lot of pushing. Here's a gorgeous pumpkin. There we go. I just wanted to show you how gorgeous these are. Look at those flowers. And these have no white edges. So there are just wonderful die cuts. Okay, that's what I used here on this card. And now I have 2 slimline cards that I used these white strips of paper and just added ephemera and then a little bit of gold stickles because it is fall and gold goes well with fall. And then again, a few bling pieces finishing off my 2 first cards. And I made a 3rd slimline card, and here I was thinking, what if I ink the edges of my white strips of paper? And this has a totally different look now. This is the same arrangement as this card, a bigger strip of paper and a smaller strip, so this pyramid effect. Same here, but now I inked the edges with gold ink, and it looks very distressed. I think I just like this. It speaks fall to me. And then all I have done here is I punched out 4 squares. So use your punches when you work with your scraps. And then I used a few flowers from the ephemera pack we just looked at. And then I have a Grateful Day, also a scrap. And then a few glitter stickers that I had in my stash for several years now. And they had to go on a card. Look, I just found this. It fell out. Isn't that gorgeous? So beautiful. Now moving on from the slimline cards to regular size cards, I shared with you that I bought myself this hexagon punch, and it is a little bigger punch. So for this card, I used one of the top folding Hunky Dory cards, and the measurements here are, so they're not A2. The measurements here are 5 inches by 7 inches, so a little bit bigger, but it's just perfect for my bigger punch. And all I did here is I punched out the scraps that I had and then arranged them on my card, mostly to one side, not the entire card. I sprinkled, because I had that gold paint out from the prior card, I sprinkled this card, I added a few buttons in the same color, and then a Hello Fall that you can either, if you have a stamp, you can use stamps. I had this computer journal, so I just printed it out on my computer on cardstock, and then I kind of fuzzy cut around it. So I think it's a great card. Now, if you don't have a hexagon punch, you can use other punches. So for example, you can use a circle punch. So on this card, and this is just a regular side folding card, I used my circle punch, and you use what you have. So if you have a smaller or bigger punch, then just adjust. And I punched out several different circles. One of the circles this time I put on foam pad, so it is coming up from my card front. And then I added this little piece, and this is made totally out of scraps too. You can see there is one square, a second square on top of that square. Then I punched out a heart from metallic gold cardstock. And this little owl pair here is from a package from the Hardy Crafts. This was a fall pack I had last year, and I always, you know me now, I also keep the packaging, and the packaging showed all the 10 different designs. And here what I have done is cut out these owls. And to show you what I mean, hold on. So this is what I mean. So these are the package. This comes in a package of the Easy 3D toppers. And I keep these. And then I fuzzy cut around, and I have small ephemera. You can see here I already cut out a couple of the hummingbirds. And from every pack I have, this would be a nice one to cut out for a fall card. So I keep these. I don't mind fuzzy cutting. And this is what I had done here with this owl. And now I have an extra embellishment that I put on one of my circles. I stamped the thankful, added just a couple pieces of bling. And here is another card done completely just with the scraps. For this card here, I used my square punch. And of course, you can use any shape you have if you have dies. Even if you don't have a punch or dies, squares are easily cut with a paper cutter. And I matted these on gold foiled cardstock. And again, you see, I just arranged them. You use what you have. What I found interesting is, like, regardless what scraps you take, they always kind of fit. So here, of course, these are all, but you can already see it here on my plate, right? These are all my fall scraps. And you can see they're just all, it doesn't matter. I did not look what color would match. I just used what I had. And speaking of scraps, when you order anything from me and you would like to have a bag of scraps, then let me know. Just send me an email, shoot me, leave it in the comments below, and just say, please, scraps. And then this is what you can expect. Not just little scraps, but bigger scraps. You can get bigger scraps if you want scraps. So just let me know. And if you don't say anything, you don't get them, because I don't want to send you stuff that you don't want. Okay, so what else did I do here? On this one, I have this gorgeous pumpkin. And you know what that is? That is a cupcake topper. Something similar to this. So these you find in the baking section. And last year, so this is something I think I found this year, but last year I had those. I just removed the stick, and now I have this wonderful topper, and just added a little star here. Now the Be Thankful, this is another way where you can use up those white strips. So let me show you. If you have washi tape, and this is my fall washi tape, one says thank you, this is trick or treat. I have here Happy Halloween, Thankful, and again, Happy Halloween, something like this. So you have these. Of course, you could just add them to your cardstock. But what you can also do, use your strips and just add them to your strips. And now this is what I have done here. I used all these scraps and have my washi right here, and all I have to do now is just snip them off when I need them. So next week I'm gonna have a Halloween card video, and so I made all these. But see, I mean, this is now easier to use than off the roll. Plus, on white background, you can see this looks so bright compared to how it looks on this tape. I mean, look at the difference, right? This is what happens when you put it on white cardstock. So I really liked how these came out, and yeah, and I can use them. So I think this is a trick that you can use for all your sentiment washi tape, or any washi tape for that matter. But for my card here, Be Thankful, now this is exactly what I have done here. It comes from a strip like this, and I just snipped off one piece, and here is this card. Lots of scraps used. Okay, here's my next card. And since I had my circle punch out, I had paper where I had already punched something out. So it wasn't really a square piece anymore. One corner was missing. So what I did is with my punch, I punched out all four corners and added a different paper there. So for example, I had this paper and I punched out from over here, so you can see how I mixed and matched. Because you use the punch, it will always fit into those punched out areas. And then I just cut off what was over. So this is actually a full circle here. So that works if you don't have a full piece of a square piece of scraps that fits your card. And this is one of the bigger cards from Michaels. So I needed a bigger piece. I missed one corner. This is what I have done here. Here is this, what I just showed you, that cake topper again. And then with black cardstock, I created this fence. Really, really simple. You just cut very small strips of cardstock, and it could be any color. I have a black here right now. And then you build a fence. So really, I have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips in that direction, 2 in this direction, and then you just cut little points on the top. And I thought this is not a perfect fence because this is more like for Halloween and it can be a little bit funky. But I added it here. One piece from our gorgeous die cut pack, thinking of use a scrap. There we go. Same thing here. Again, this is how I created my card background with my circle punches. Then a couple of those leaves. Those leaves you can always get at Michael's at this time of year or any other craft store. I used some glimmer spray to make them glittery. And then this piece of ephemera comes from a calendar. So if you don't want to buy ephemera packs, you have a lot of paper, but you don't have ephemera. Obviously, you can get ephemera. All the stores carry it, including my own. But let's say you don't want to do that, then you can use anything that you can fuzzy cut. So let me show you what I mean. When I buy calendars with, in the back of my mind, with the idea of, can I cut this out later on and make that into ephemera? So this is an old calendar here that I have not used yet. It's from 2019. And now I'd show you what I mean. So isn't it a beautiful bird? I can cut that out. I can use my punch and maybe make a circle here or a scallop circle. If you have dies, you can use a die and cut it out, but there is a perfect piece of ephemera. And the good thing on calendars, you always have nice, at least the Lang calendars, they have nice thick cardstock, and it has this beautiful sheen on it. Gorgeous. So again, birds, you can cut it out. Let me show you here. You can cut around a flower and you have ephemera. You can use these little things. Use what you have, especially check the dies that you may have, shapes. Look at this. You can cut around this, have a beautiful flower. This is what I did here. So this was on a calendar. I fuzzy cut around it, and now I have a gorgeous piece of ephemera. I layered it with foam just a little bit. I had these stickers here with those puffy stickers. Again, one of the pumpkins, and there we go. And sentiment that I had from, and then not to forget these little squares here, you can use those too. So you see, you get the you have the idea what I mean. You know, these little things, you can cut them out, you have ephemera. So if you don't mind fuzzy cutting, this is perfect for you. Even if you don't like fuzzy cutting, use your dies. So I think this would make a beautiful, if you have a die, a circle die, a square die, a stitch die, just lay it there, cut it out, gorgeous. All right, so these two, but there is more. So for my last few cards, what I have done here is I used scraps from a 12 by 12 paper pack, and sometimes you have these journaling cards in there. So this was like, for example, from an old 12 by 12 paper pack recollections from Michaels. So of course you could use that as a topper. This would make a beautiful topper. But what I have done here is, yes, I used one of these toppers, and then I have these cute little creatures. So you can also combine all your scraps that you have with the die cut sheets that you may have or may want to purchase. So this pretty die cut sheet is called the Great Gnomes. And when I saw this fellow here, I had to think of Oktoberfest. Look at him with the beers. I know if my dad was still alive, this is a card I would make for him with the beers because he loved the beer. Look at this guy sitting there on a whiskey barrel. So fun. And then down here we have the couple also celebrating with the beers, and this is the one that I have used for my card. So this find it sheet, this is a die cut sheet, is currently available in my shop, and I'm going to link it below. I thought it is so cute for fall, and you have 3 embellishments, and then you can have then you can layer them, and it's numbered on how to layer those. So that's what I have done here. I layered all the different steps. I added it to one of these journaling cards. I had this frame sitting around. I used a bit of a scrap paper that kind of fit, and then I punched out. Again, use your punches. I have these small acorn, not acorn, the well, you know, this type of leaf, can't think of it right now. But isn't that pretty? So especially if you have glitter paper, foiled paper, and small little pieces left, then just use your small punches, small hearts, small leaves, what you got. But isn't that cute? And then of course a lot of stickles, and finishes this card. So I also made a card with the other 2 embellishments. So here is this fellow on the whiskey barrel. How fun is he? Here I have a square card. I had this frame. Don't ask me where. These are all scraps, so I don't know where they came from. But I had a frame. I put a little different paper behind it. I had the sunflower here, and I had have a fabulous day, which I computer journaled, and then fuzzy cut it. And this is a top folding card. But look at this guy, so fun. Love these little gnomes. Okay, and then I have one more, really simple. Here we go. Same thing. I used an edge scissor here just to make the edge a little bit more interesting. I repeated that on that one strip. Came right here, came off this. This is what I had left over after I used it on my square card. And one of the beautiful leaves, it's also a punch that I use, but I know you guys have dies and punches, so use what you have. And yeah, and then a couple of those little pearls, and of course the guy with the beers. He is just so much fun. And yes, this is my Oktoberfest card this year. 4 big masses of beer. Can't get better than that. And now there is a preview to next week. Okay, so I mentioned that next week will be all about Halloween, and I wanted to show you these wonderful, wonderful card making packs. They are already available in my shop, so take a quick look. This is a bundle pack. You have die cut sheets in here, and look how gorgeous these are, and you can layer them to make 3D embellishments. But you also have so much more. You have card blanks in there. You have tags in there, bigger ones, smaller ones, really small ones. You have this spider web type of fabric, and you have bags that are already pre-cut, pre-scored. All you have to do is fold them and glue them, and then they're done. So these are available right now, and next week I'll show you what I did with these fun packs, and I even added one of my pumpkin sticks in there so that you have that available as well. So here are all the cards that I created for today's video. I hope you got inspired to use your scraps. If you like my cards, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Also, maybe a comment, let me know what card is your favorite, and then also share this video with your crafty friends and family. This would really help my channel. Still shots are available at the end of this video, and if you're interested, you can also purchase my cards in value packs from my website, and I'll link it below. So thank you so much again for spending time with me today. Please stay or get well, happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.